What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Ride and Reel video. And I'm pretty sure you guys are going to love this video because for today, I'm going to be showing you my dream mountain bike backyard track. Make sure to stay to the end of the video to see the full result. Let's take it back a notch. I originally had a dream of having a good mountain bike backyard track, but I never had any time to build one. But one day I decided to stop dreaming about it and actually start building it. And that was the best decision I've ever made. And then the next day I started building some of the trail. And the day after that, and the day after that. And before I knew it, after about a week of digging, shaping, and raking the trail, it was finally time for its first ride. But first, let me show you what features I've built on this trail. As I built the trail, I've thought very deeply about what to build and what matches my skill level perfectly. So let me show you guys the first feature, which is the starting platform. This marks the beginning of the trail and the beginning of the project. I've dug out the dirt to make it more obvious where to begin and help give a smoother start to your insane line coming up. It's specifically placed on the top of the steep hill to help give a big run-up into the first berm. This is the first proper feature of the trail. I spent some time refining it until it looks smooth as. This helps you carry as much speed as possible into the next feature, which is the first gap jump. This is a decently sized jump that I might convert into a big table later. It's not the biggest jump on the trail, but it should still give some decent airtime. This is still nothing compared to what is coming up. But anyways, a gap ain't a gap without a landing. This is where my sisters started to help. And to be honest, looking back at this project, I don't know how I'd do it without them. This is a decent landing, but might need some strengthening later on. I might move this further back to make the jump bigger. But anyways, here is the fast stretch. We didn't have to rake down this part in the first place, but we did anyways to help make the line more clearer and to help carry tons of speed into the super big berm. We didn't get a video of us originally building the berm, but we time-lapsed us raking it down anyways. We've added bricks as support and some stakes to mark it out. And this is still tiny compared to the massive one coming up. But it's big enough to send you straight into the small berm. This berm isn't meant to do much of an impact on speed, but it will help you dodge the big water tank and direct you into the best feature that's coming up next. So now let me show you guys the mighty step down. This is easily the biggest and most intimidating feature on the whole trail. It launches you over a bush and drops you onto a pretty sketchy landing below. This might take some working up to because the landing is a bit rough at the moment, and we spent some time building it, but the takeoff is a bit loose because it's in a slope. But here is the super sketchy landing that I was talking about. I had my sisters help with this one, but basically we have 2 slabs of concrete and chucked some sand on. It's a bit small for the jump and a bit weak, but we can fix that up later. But what we have to fix now is the rocky slope. Leave this section untouched and there's a pretty good chance someone's ending up on the ground. The big drop doesn't give you much braking space, and a rock wall immediately after is a recipe for disaster. It was quite hard to remove all of the rocks, but they'll come in handy later on when we build some new features. By having this smoothed out, it gives a clean transfer for the big step down into the next jump without any risky braking needed. Now the next feature, which is a very small jump. This jump isn't much, but it's going to be transformed into a huge gap later on in the video, so stay tuned for that. Once we make this jump bigger, it will level up this whole run. But now let's look at the next feature, which is our personal favourite, the monster berm. Measured at 6 meters long, it is definitely a record for me. This feature took hours to build, but was definitely worth it because it's super fun to speed across. We've strategically built it up using tons of wood planks and stones so that it's solid as rock. It will send you straight into the next sick feature, which is another berm. Yeah, we've got quite a few berms, but this one is situated in front of some rocks, so if you miss it, you're doomed. But now we're continuing into one of our final features of the run, which is another, you guessed it, berm. This is a 90-degree berm, so it is very shroudable. This one took a while to do because of the limited dirt nearby, but we got it finished so that you can hit the final feature, which is a little gap jump. This has some potential, but will most likely stay this size. It is a good size to get some air, but still feels light. This marks the end of the insane backyard track and is a good way to finish off. And with that, the mountain bike trail was complete. What started as just an idea has turned into a full mountain bike track with berms, jumps, and a pretty gnarly step down. And there was only one thing left to do: ride it. But before I full sent it, I want to see if all these features work together the way I expected. To be honest, the run felt very smooth altogether. The berms carried speed and the jumps felt quite smooth, but there was one major problem, and that was the step down. The landing felt rough, and the run-in wasn't perfect. And if I want to hit it properly, I'm definitely going to have to do some work. At the moment, the run-in is way too loose, so we're going to have to build that a little bit stronger. And the landing is very weak and unstable, so we're also going to have to work on that. So, cue the time lapse. I seriously hope I don't crash.
One eternity later.
After that massive crash, I'm pretty scared to hit it again, so I'll probably save it till next time. Sorry, guys. I've been riding this trail for a while now, but now I'm thinking that this little jump urgently needs a level up. It's slowly crumbling apart, and honestly, it's becoming pretty useless. I think about 20 centimeters high and 1 meter long should be good. So enough talking, get ready for the time lapse. And after all the building, testing, fixing, and riding, the trail is finally where I want it to be. The trail ran smoothly, everything flowed together nicely, and there was only one last thing to do, and that is to drop in at the very top. Sorry for not uploading that much lately, but hopefully I'll be able to make some more videos soon. Make sure to subscribe because this was very hard to make, and I'll be with you guys next time.